going on, y'all? Apparently, Adam22 from No Jumper had a crazy conversation with Charleston White. Let's take a look at it.
Almost forgot that I was dealing with a pretty hardcore conspiracy theorist, which I just was watching.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
I was just watching you talking to Sean Cotton about how the world is flat and all this type of stuff.
I never said the world flat. I said the world round.
Okay, he actually said that he thinks
I believe the world round.
no, he thinks the moon landing is fake. You guys both agree that space is fake.
I didn't say space was fake. I said I think the ocean is space.
That space is the ocean.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like you're kind of doing a disservice to your overall message by saying stuff like that.
I don't have a message. I don't have a message.
Well, you do, whether you want to.
I've never had a message. My message was
the culmination of everything you say is your message.
Hey, y'all, I'm a character. This is not the real me. I want to take y'all back to my second Say Cheese TV interview. I said, say, man, it sounds like y'all falling for the macking in the conversation. I'm just playing a character. Half the I say I don't mean or believe.
But isn't that something for you to just kind of fall back on when you find yourself in unfriendly territories as a podcaster?
I've touched millions. I stay in unfriendly territory and ain't nobody done nothing. I intentionally disrespect dead people, kids. So ain't nobody, everybody I done disrespect, I done been in their face and I never bow down.
Right.
I told y'all I'm playing a character.
But when you take on your more extreme stances like that,
I'm making millions.
Right, but like, you know, making fun of somebody's dead kid. Like,
I do make fun of it. But what you gonna do about it? I made fun of your dead fucking kid. What you gonna do?
Well, I could do that too, but what do I gain from that?
But what you mean? I like to do it.
You like to make fun of dead kids?
I love it.
But how do you justify that?
Easy. Same reason white people justify slavery. And
not this white person.
Charleston White is 100% playing a character. I knew that since day one. Most of these people kind of are. Orlando Brown, who else? Jaguar, right? There's another dude, I think call himself Unc something, I don't know. They're playing characters, saying a bunch of crazy things that they know don't make sense just to get clicks and views, monetizing that, and then getting interviewed. It's plain as day. Some of the gang members that's on No Jumper do the exact same thing. And somehow they're able to earn a living off of it. Why would you take anything that this guy Charleston White says seriously? I don't care if he tell me what time it is. I'm not believing what Charleston White has to say. You trust Charleston White? Seriously? Oh yeah, you different. You a unique individual. I would say that. You definitely you're off your rocker. Charleston White. Why would you take anything he says seriously? That guy is like a straight joke and he's telling you to your face. He's probably going to switch things up, have Adam all confused, debating about something that don't make no sense.
But you make an observation.
But white people also eliminated slavery in America.
No, they didn't.
Well, yeah, they did.
No, they did.
Yeah, we had a whole war.
No, they didn't. They didn't eliminate slavery.
Well,
you must don't know the 14th Amendment. Okay, you didn't pay attention.
Slavery was a thing, and then slavery stopped being a thing, and the X factor in between that was a war in America.
No, it wasn't. That was over states' rights. That wasn't over slavery.
Right, states' rights to have slaves.
No. It wasn't over states' rights. That was over the states saying the federal government can't tell us anything. Had nothing to do with slaves.
Right, but slavery was kind of the biggest issue in that regard.
No, it didn't. It had nothing to do with slavery. It had states' rights. The same thing we're fighting over now. The federal government can't infringe upon no states' rights. Had nothing to do with slavery. Why? Because slavery was never abolished, except you've been duly convicted of a crime. Maybe you should read the 14th Amendment.
You really want me to do this?
I'm asking you to.
Was slavery abolished?
Slavery was abolished, except you've been duly convicted of a crime.
Yeah. Yes, chattel slavery was legally abolished in most countries over the 19th and 20th centuries. I didn't even narrow it down to the U.S.
He said most countries. American slavery, the 14th Amendment abolished slavery, except what? You've been duly convicted of a crime.
It was abolished through the 13th Amendment.
Duly convicted of a crime. Go to the 14th.
Right, but I don't think that the fact that we have prisons necessarily takes away from the fact that we abolished slavery, right? I mean, prisons offer a different role in society, and every country has prisons.
So why do they have private prisons? With private investors who make money off free labor.
Because they think that private corporations are able to provide these services more efficiently.
They don't think. I would suggest you go back and read your amendments, huh?
Right.
So you have private prisons. So why is the private industry and why is prison on the stock market?
But why are private enterprises able to perform almost every task in business more efficiently than government-owned corporations?
Now, what is the point of this debate? Adam22 sitting here having a slavery debate. Meanwhile, there's a plethora of people that think that he's racist. I'm not saying that. There's a lot of people that used to work for him that left and started spreading that narrative. Now you sitting here having a slavery debate? Word, son? What did this have to do with you, Charleston White, no jumper? This had nothing to do with nothing. Charleston White sound like a master manipulator. He was able to just get you so off of your game. He talking about a whole bunch of nothing, and Adam is sitting there going back and forth with him about it. He's sitting there arguing. You think Charleston White care about what the hell he's saying right now? No. He does not. He don't give a damn. Any way, shape, or form.
Like, don't you think McDonald's is better fit to serve cheap burgers than if the U.S. were to like create their own burger chain? And I'm not necessarily defending private prisons. I'm just saying it's logical why they exist.
You just said how does slavery goes into the prison system? Slavery has to do with what?
No, I actually think they're two totally different things.
Free labor, right? Slavery is free labor.
Yeah.
For somebody making money. So you have the government, you have the sheriff department, you have the state who owns prisons, right? And they put people to work. You paying your dues. You pay your dues to society. Why did the private industry, private sector of business get into the prison and take it to the stock market, where slave was once on the stock market?
Probably
before there were stocks, there were slaves.
It's the same reason that people choose to use UPS instead of the Postal Service.
Boy, like the typical white boy. Let's go to the next question. I see how you look at it.
But what am I saying that's wrong? Private corporations are able to provide services more efficiently than the government.
I went to school to study law at Texas Wesleyan University. Mm-hmm. It's a reason why they put except in there. And there's a clause. It's the reason why there's a clause in accept. It's not abolish. That's why it's accept in there. So there's no reason to keep arguing with a fool that don't know what he know. The niggas that work on your podcast are slaves. They work for pennies and crumbs.
Well, they get paid and they can leave at any time.
They get paid for crumbs.
They get paid and they can leave at any time.
You're their slave master.
Those are kind of the biggest factors of slavery. You're not getting paid and you can't leave.
I don't think a group of podcast hosts are slaves because they work for the No Jumper podcast channel. That's crazy. Slaves. There's so many people that will go out of nowhere just comparing everything to slavery. Like, what? Huh? Where did that come from? You were like a slave. Slaves didn't get paid. Slaves didn't get vacation. Slaves worked every day, not just 2 hours a week. How the hell are they slaves? And they can do whatever they want on their YouTube channels. They just choose not to. I don't know why. That's crazy. If I worked for No Jumper, I would still be running my 15 YouTube channels. Like, what? Why would that stop? But yeah, slaves. Come on. If I didn't know that Charleston White was not serious because he is a character, I would have been super befuddled. But I'm not even confused. I already know what it is. This is what he wants. He wants people to react even more extreme than how I just reacted and create a back and forth. There's going to be some people that agree with him. Is what it is.
I wouldn't call them slaves. They're indentured servants.
No.
Yes, they're indentured servants.
Should we look up the definition of indentured servants? Well, they're getting paid pennies. They're not indentured.
They're not making what I'm making.
They're not servants. They're employees.
Them niggas still stuck in a rut.
How is No Jumper different than like a TV station or any other business that pays people for their time?
Well, I've never seen nobody go here and go up.
That's so not true.
Name one person.
For the record. You could point to somebody like Brick Baby who came on No Jumper and immediately became like one of the most well-known members.
I've never seen him on anywhere other than a low-budget channel. I've never seen him get booked.
Well, now he's in prison, which is the whole thing.
Well, before then.
But he was getting tons of paid interview bookings because of his time on No Jumper.
I've never seen him on a major platform anywhere. Name one.
What about somebody like Crip Mac who's been able to
I've never seen him on
a year for the past 5 years we've been doing content.
Joy made 6 figures out Crip Mac. Crip Mac is dumb and stupid.
Okay,
if
Crip Mac signed a bad deal, then it is what it is.
So let me just say it. So show me where Crip Mac have left No Jumper and springboarded. Yeah, he springboarded to Drewski and came right right back down in here.
And Channel 5 is
Where in
big
Channel
platforms
5?
like that.
Where at Channel 5?
Channel 5.
Here in LA?
They travel all over the U.S.
I hadn't seen him travel nowhere. When I look at his page and his social media page, I don't see
He's
no
legally
evidence.
not really allowed to travel.
I don't see no evidence where he's been anywhere. And
Well,
he
he
was,
can't,
listen,
legally.
and at one point in time, he was a
just locked up for 2
major
years, so-
figure. Before he was locked up, he was a major figure.
He still is.
He should have had voice. Oh, man, nah, y'all.
Came out and did 1 million views on his first interview.
But did 1 million views and got what out of it? I do 1 million views daily.
Granted, you have...
I do 50
you
million
have
a
shown
month.
an ability to have a sustained...
I do 50
impact in
million
that
a month
regard?
just on one platform on TikTok. I'm 4 billion. He should be like that too, but he can't sell himself. He needs somebody else to market.
Well, I'm
him.
assuming you would agree that Crit Mac maybe doesn't have the depth that you have, right?
Yeah, he is slow.
I'm not saying he's
And it's
slow.
only so much you can do with a
I'm
gangbang.
saying the variety
only
that you provide in an average podcast is a little bit more than he provides, right?
I tell everybody all the time, our greatest ally and greatest friend of America is a white man like Adam.
That was a good point. Thank you.
You really are.
Actually, when you came out and you were saying why you didn't want to do content with me, because you said that you don't like white boys like me who love black people, and you prefer white dudes who are blatantly in your face racist. I do feel kind of complimented that you don't put me into that category.
I don't. You're the worst kind. You're the hidden racist. The one that act like you like us but really don't. That's
you
why
could put me on a lie detector test right now. You're not gonna be able to find out that I'm racist.
That's crazy. They went from Adam calling him out to debating about slavery to now they talking about whether his, I guess you could say, talent goes up or not and who's stupid and who has the intelligence. Man, what was Adam doing? He was getting walked around in that. If that was supposed to be a debate, I don't know what that conclusion could have been. And I'm going to watch the source where the original clips come from. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button, watch more videos.